Hello, comrades. It's Premier Rever, and I am back again. And once again, I've used my superhuman powers of time pausation to show you guys something that's happened over here. Mentioned in the last episode, for those that you to follow along, that we didn't have a thing, and then I'm sitting here and going, I went to assign it, never noticed that apparently our gravel quarry had burnt down. And I think the reason is because this train is blocking the road so that the fire trucks could not get in here. So this time what I did was I built a road off of here because it would work. And so our fire station's over here. I don't necessarily know that we need more fire trucks, but to be honest, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea, would it? So we might as well get, this guy, I think, I don't know that it matters. We got this truck, which is a level 9. Why don't we get a regular looking fire truck? So we'll have plenty of firefighters in this area. This guy covers a large amount. I don't think that would have helped us in this situation, but it's not going to hurt. But let's play time forward again, and let me come over to the conveyors. Once I do them, they'll disappear here. So I figured I'd show you before I did this. And now this guy should start doing that. However, I really kind of, you know what? Let's cancel all those. That's where I was assigning them for the pump. Now I also put these guys on purchase. So I would like to, let's get them building all of this stuff, and he has sort of a partner. There's another intersection. We're just going to get them assigned to everything for better or for worse. And then this guy should, see this guy auto searches. So look, all of his trucks. This is the benefit to having an auto searching, just supply me with stuff, construction office. And then we'll take, iron ore processing. He's working on over there. You know what? I want to cancel all of this for the sake of our economy. We don't really need those other steel mills. We don't have enough people. What we really need is to get our regular economy back thumping again as well as it can thump. So we will assign this guy these construction projects as well. And then now what I'd like to do is try to see if we can't straighten out this train mess, which, let me see if I take this guy and turn him around, how far does he go before he, because what I'll do is when he flips around, I'm going to pause him. Perfect. Because now I'm going to come here and do a little signaling. Right, I'm just going to signal him that way. And then we're going to take this guy. And is he waiting? Yeah, don't wait here anymore. That's, I think, part of the problem is this guy waited. Yeah, don't wait any place because you're now part of a loop. At least I hope he is. Let me even just hold this guy off because we have these gravel trains should probably perform. Yeah, see, they're not performing the same loop even. And yeah, we'll take a look at that in a minute. And then this guy, we'll just hold him off for a second too. Now, none of them should be waiting at any of these kind of stops. No. As a matter of fact, I think I might even just click on this guy, give him the same route. I'm assuming I'm going to all of the same things with these. Now there's no reason that you should come to here without going to all the same ones. All right, so let's play it forward and see if this guy, that guy should stop. He has no way to get there. That's fine. So he won't be able to bust into here no matter what. Now what I also did to improve this situation is this here. Let's just go to this. This was not a chain signal here. So I think what happened was, they could still get backed up here in theory one day. Here, let's, now I'll get rid of that. So because these are all chain signals now, the train should wait here for this guy to go to his, to go in there. Does that make sense? So now this guy shouldn't pull forward until he has a green signal, which is when this guy gets out of the way. Now this guy doesn't even have any ore left on him. But this should at least free up this mess. And again, like we couldn't get into here, so if something burnt down, now what are we doing waiting here? Ah, okay, look, we got another little, we got a head-to-head issue. So this should tell me something's not a chain signal. Why is this red? Is this... Ah, feedback? No. Oh, because this... Yeah, feedback. Okay. What I'm sighing about is that we don't have a lot of extra... Yeah, that'll stop the feedback, but then again, so would have... Yeah, part of the problem is this just gets to be such an ugly mess when we... And just right when I'm about to do... I don't want to change this because we're going to do electrical construction here at some point. Probably not during the episode, but in between gaps in the episode. So let's just see. Let's get this... So what we also need to do is signal this properly so guys can get in and out of here. Which means if they're going to come up this way, that should be a chain signal into here. And then we'll do a regular signal out. And a regular signal out. Yeah. Yeah, what I should probably do is that should be an out. This should be an in, and then I think I can get rid of this one because I don't want it fouling up the longer trains. And then this is just sort of a mess, but hopefully it won't be too much of a mess if we're not actively doing construction. And then eventually we'll just have to straighten that out. But there goes that one guy, and this guy's pulling in. He doesn't have anything on him. But at least we're flowing again, even if we're buying gravel at this point right here. So now if you notice, we're up to 17 million, so things are flowing better. And that was my only real intention. And if it wasn't for the fact that I wanted to show you that we kind of created our own worst nightmare by really one signal. When we changed the tracks, I mean, the fault, it was someone else's besides mine, of course, but when we put these on a different loop and still had that guy waiting, and then really all of it would have been better if just this one signal was a chain signal. So now that we have that cleared up, we can start our construction and get this all fixed and go from there. But I was just going to play it forward. I had warned people that I was going to build this off camera, but then I wanted to show, be careful that you don't set up a situation where if trains are waiting, you cut off your fire trucks. Now, we still have a bit of that problem when it comes to... Yeah, we still have a bit of that problem because the train would sit on here. So really, it would be nice, I think, if we could... That's about 6 blocks. So like 60 meters. So if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like if we put a signal here, a chain signal, and then we got rid of, no. We got rid of that signal there. I don't really want them stopping here, but maybe we can just, let's cheat this one back. Not cheat, but let's set that one back as far as we can. So hopefully those trains will be able to fit in this block and not, like if that guy was waiting all the way back here, we'd be better off. And then, yeah, this should just be signaled to try to make this as efficient as possible. And yeah, normally this wouldn't be a chain signal, but we don't want to let them into there until it's clear. So we really could probably make just, I don't think it'll make much difference. Yeah, I think we could do that. I'm not sure. It'll clear the signal a little bit faster. Then we should probably... Yeah, I mean, if a train's waiting here and its butt is sticking into here and it's the longer one, there's not much we can do. Now we can come here and then delete this, and it might get rid of a node. A little bit of a... All right, so that should move them along in case they are waiting. And again, if it's a long train that stops here, then that just might be an issue. But I don't know. It's just a matter of you need to space out your tracks more. Sometimes there's nothing you can do about tracks being too close, except for just do the best you can with the signaling that you've got. So I do feel pretty comfortable with our money, though I did want to run it a little bit in between the episodes more than I have, just to make sure that statement was really and totally true. And it just goes to show you too that just little tiny issues. Yeah, this guy still has little tiny issues can lead to, kind of big problems. I don't know where else we might have been holding up gravel trains, but when your economy is, just everything needs to pump along. So how are we doing with our crops? And that was one of the things I was looking at, just trying to get a picture. We really are doing better, I think. I mean, it seems to me like each time I've looked, there's less fields sitting there ready to grow. Because we have, 3? Well, we still have 3. Well, they could be harvesting them, though. That's the difference. And it takes a little while for these. Yeah, let's see. This one's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be quite a few that are 100%. But if we're out there harvesting them all, then that would be normal. So I think adding that extra thing should help us maximize out our extra harvester in the last episode will help us maximize out the amount of crops we're getting out of those two. And then what do we got going on here? All right, we got a head-to-head situation. How did that happen? Signaling. Just nice to turn this on. So that's why is this one red? This one's red. Because of the crisscross. I hope we don't crash. We don't need that crisscross anymore. What are you doing? Okay, good. He just had to think about it. He had a question mark for a little while. Now you're just held up because of this guy, I bet. So when that turns green, that'll turn blue. Okay, that's a chain. That's fine. Now it's red. Okay, so we really don't need these problems. These guys are just trying to get into here to get refilled with gravel. Now you're going down to clothing. That's fine. If you're not, you're going back to the thing, and then I bet you that other guy, right behind him, the ones we just freed up, and you're going back to the quarry to get filled up too, which is good. And you're going around. So the good news is that we've got some steel in here. And how is our other steel train doing? Well, you should be filling up pretty quickly. Yes, good. I don't know if there's enough to fill them up and get them right back out on the road or on the rails, but good. I can see that's going down nicely. So this guy is doing his thing. I don't think we have to micromanage things too much. How are we doing on these farms? Yeah, see, we're doing pretty well. And this should have the 3, 5, 4 set up. Yes, 3 tractors. Now, how fast is this CK4 harvester? Is that 22? Is it worth... Well, now, you know what? We have enough crops down here for the minute until we fire this up, which we may do. Like I said, I do want to make improvements, but the biggest next improvement is just to get this electrified. And it's just going to be painful. But I think we can do like this stretch, and because we put in, one of the reasons for putting in this track was we can electrify everything down this way. And they should, even if they have to go around, they should still be able to get in here. Even if it makes them drive 100 kilometers out of the way to do it. Now, are we working on this? Missing gravel. Oh, yeah, you don't have any gravel. Gravel supply is empty, so we had a chicken and the egg kind of problem here. Well, I think, you know what we can do? Why don't we just change this one guy so that if we do forget, it's not the end of the world. And we're going to say, why don't you come down here and get your gravel? All right, so we should see a number of dump trucks. Or what, do you only have one dump truck? Of course. You know what? You've got a bunch of dump trucks. We need to open this up. Gravel. All right, so we'll have to try to remember to get these guys not coming down here. There we go. All right, so that guy has a bunch of dump trucks. We should see them pulling out pretty shortly. Good. There we go. All right, well, let me go back to what I was doing, which was just going to be to run things forward and babysit and make sure everything's okay. If there's something so exciting as buildings burning down and semi-complex reasons as to why it happened, I'll come back. But I just want to build up our money and let our economy get fully flushed out. If we take a look, oh, you know, another thing, let's take a look at the, oops, oh, come on. Oh, come on. Let's take a look at the map. I had a request. Somebody, Foxy Cool or Tom Plays, wanted to see the whole mini-map. How do we open the whole mini-map? I never really... I know I could do it, where you open it up to a bigger size. Hide mini-map. All right, let's hide the... There's a double-click issue going on here as well. All right, you know what? I'm going to figure out how to open up the mini-map. Can we do controls without crashing anything? Map. Does it tell me how to open the map? All right. Yeah. We'll figure out how to open the map big. Is it just because I'm double-clicking? Hold. Oh, there we go. That'll work. So there you go. That's how much of the map we've taken up, which is this, you know, the majority of this over here. Now, I do plan on building a little bit more over this way, so you would see it come over to this side, but there we go. There's Neuve Revergrad right there, and then our steel area. That's our new car manufacturing. So if you picture it, over here, we'll probably build a little bit, and then we'll build, I believe it is right over here I'm planning on building, and that'll probably be about the extent that we get to on this map. There's our fields, the farm fields, and our chemicals down here, and then this is oil trawl, and then this is the old Revergrad. Yeah, see, look, there's a double click problem. Well, there you go. So now I don't know where I'm at, but I'm sure I can find my way back. All right, so I forget what else I was doing, but let me just play forward some time and just get our money built up. And like I said, I may just bite the bullet on starting to electrify this. I'll make sure there's at least 2 trains in here, and I won't do it until we get this situated, until we get gravel over here, just to make sure that doesn't cause more problems. But then I have to get electrified kind of all this other stuff too that's not. So some of that might be a problem if there's a train in here. But yeah, we really want to get everything electrified and get rid of the old tracks with the diesel trains over a period of time. Okay, let me play forward, and I will talk to you guys in a minute, or 10. All right, we're back again for a little more excitement. when I'm just looking around now, because nitpicking things have really caused problems, I did do a few things. I shut off our dollar-based economy. Here, let me play it. I just played it so I wouldn't get ahead. And I wanted to show you these guys pulling out. So we had the efficiency gain, which is maybe not that huge, but these were at least 4 trucks that when we were switching over our brick distribution, I don't think we need all of these trucks. What I've done is these 3 in particular are now going to take all of the bricks out of here and sell them for dollars. And I don't think it's a bad idea to get some extra dollars for buying the vehicles that we can't buy with rubles, or at least we can buy better vehicles with the dollars. There's a few like the bulldozer and the excavator are better to buy. So good news is we'll get this emptied out, a little extra efficiency, but there's a bigger thing that I came back for. And that is, I think we pointed this out at some point, the oil industry. And before we end up moving this construction crew, I would like to see about getting some more oil rigs. If we take a look at our refinery, we are using up all the oil that we can, and I would like to fix that. So here we go. So let's get an oil rig and try to figure out where we can. Yeah, it looks like our electrical's kind of in the way, but there's not too much up over this way. So I'll try to get this guy as close as I can. Let's zoom in. So we're gonna, yeah. So I think going out, well, probably this way would be good. Yeah, let's get them as close as we can. And as far this way as I can, I think would be. We zoom out again. You kind of have a dilemma with seeing versus being zoomed out enough. Yeah, I think this will be fine. It may not be perfect, but we'll have a road connection. Right. Yeah, that doesn't leave too much ungotten. If that's a word. Where can we get this guy in? I'm okay if we're not 100% efficient. Okay, so that's not too bad. It's getting... Yeah, I just need to stay away from those power lines. Yeah, I think this will be pretty good right there. All right, so now, yeah, we left a little bit in the middle there, but I think... I wish there was a little bit easier way to tell how far, like they give you blocks that you don't really need, and it's hard to tell exactly where they're going to pull from, but you know, this will pull out more out of the ground. And yeah, probably just one more. I think one more makes sense for a number of reasons. Yeah, a little bit left. And the number of reasons is, if we come over to our pipe pump things, you can bring in 3, but if I want to, I don't know that there's a limit on how much we can pump through these, right? It doesn't really say that the pipes can't handle it all. But the point is, when we put in one of the, we can have 3 connections. So like this one has an open connection. But we're going to need to, oh, come on. You know what, if we level, let's level this out some. We need a free bulldozer. We could do building leveling. If we can get this guy to turn yellow. Yeah, there we go. Sometimes you can. Oh, I didn't. No, that's definitely not the way I wanted to build him. Let's spin him around, but it looks like we can get him in there as long as he's not too close to a road. All right, there we go. Now, I want the out to be facing this way. I did have it the right way. You know what? We can get rid of that railroad track, maybe, but I don't really want to mess that up either. Why? It's awful close to this one. We're going to have to get a road out, but I need to get the pipe in. So in other words, if we put another one, like say here, right, we're going to need to get a pipe. Where can I get that road connected? See, I want to get a road out of here. Let's get the roads in first, even if I end up... Yeah, good. I can get a road in between there. Let's delete the little excess bit off. This way we can... I think it's easier to work around the roads. Can we come off? Yeah, I don't care about ugly too much. That's pretty good. Again, they're just dirt roads. And let's get rid of that little excess. All right, so those are connected up, and then this guy can get connected up. And once again, get rid of the excess. This guy's already connected. Well, it would make sense to connect that guy from here, so let's just do that. Nope, we can't. Yeah. I don't know which way his pump is facing out. No, really? Okay, I thought you would have connected there. A little longer, and let's get rid of the little, well, is there any way we can get past this? I know we could break, I don't want to break the line, it's not worth all that, but there's no way I'm going to get, you know what, it doesn't make that much difference, I don't think. And it'd probably be better to have the extra way in just in case, you know, the fire trucks can't get in one way. They can get it, yeah, because it's getting to be, well, the fire trucks are up here. That's good. At least we'll be able to get fire trucks in both ways. And there's a little bit of extra road here. And yeah, what is going on with that? Now, the other problem we'll probably end up having here is not enough power. Yeah, what is that? Was that something that was there and it's not anymore? I know it's not something I just did, but it makes me curious if something else burnt down. But I don't think we would have had an oil rig there, so I don't know what that would have been. All right, let's get some piping going. So this one, I'm hoping we can get out this way. All right, so this one will feed into here. Right, this one will feed into there. Yeah, I don't know. Is it cheaper to put them right on the ground? So then this guy, 1, 2, 3. 3 seems to be a good height for many things. I think that's, yep, doable. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3. So that gets us to here, and then this is what I was saying. If we put those 4 in, then we'll only need 2. Now, I don't think it matters, other than I'll leave this one open here, because if we ever did connect something else, which I really doubt we would, will you go? Yeah, hopefully that doesn't block the road, which it very well might. Yep, ugly but connected, and then this one should be nice and easy. There, so that should really ramp up our things. Let's commit to those. And then this guy can build all of that stuff. I guess we should start theoretically. Yeah, let's start with this pumping station. Oh, this pumping station. We'll connect the 2. We'll connect this. There we go. And then this guy. It doesn't make that much difference. Then, yeah, that one's already done. A lot of work for him, but It's all right. He'll get them done. It's not that urgent. And I don't really have any other construction crews better suited to do this. So he will have his hands full with getting all that built. Let's make sure he doesn't have any instant messages of don't have this or that. Nope. Good. So there we go. So that should increase pretty dramatically the amount of oil, because we only had 4 before. So I think we've just doubled the amount of oil. And we also, there's not going to be any more oil coming from this field for the most part. So we'll get an idea of that. But at least this won't, you know, if we have excess oil, I'm okay with that. At least at this point. We could talk about another refinery, but let's just see how that goes. Now, what are you doing? You are filling up with bitumen, but again, we just don't have enough oil. So that will help us get a little bit more efficient. We'll sell off some of these bricks. Yeah, look, we already have 508,000. It's probably, I don't know how worth it is selling these bricks, but I guess it's better. Yeah, I'm sure that we're making some money. I doubt the fuel costs. Now, what are we doing here? You're blue because of what? Because this is red. Something feeding back. We have a signal here that's red. I don't know. We're going to put in another. Sometimes putting in another set of signals just resets the line. I'm not sure why. Yeah, so that turned that green and got this guy moving. Yeah, we're getting quite a backup there. Hopefully that fixed the problem, though. Why it was red to begin with, I have no idea, right? I mean, it's almost like these roads. This is the second time I've noticed that there is a road across that section. Let's make sure this turns when he gets past there. Yes, so that turns green now. I don't know. I mean, because when I looked, this was green. So why putting that signal in between? I think sometimes they're just getting locked up. We may have been able to fix it by just simply clicking on that. And like deleting it and then re-putting it in. But in any event, where are you going? Oh, good. You're going to load up some more bricks. When I see them running around empty, it makes me wonder. Because I think the thing I don't like about what I've done is that when you send them on really long loops, there's a lot of running around empty potentially. But then once we get everything stored up, I'm picturing that, yeah, it's a bit of a waste of electricity, but it's also making sure that, you know, we're not going to be using all of this stuff here. And the fact that we've ran down on materials means that they're running around a little more empty than they might normally. Then I also think they're not very efficient because of our diesel fuel situation where we have trains going back really goofy ways to get that fuel. So, all right, good. So I think, yeah, I don't think there's too much else that I've noticed at this moment. And I'll keep, you know, this is just going to be another episode, I think, of getting things better. And then we can also talk about, once we know that things are better, starting to work on this. Like once I'm, like I said before, very confident that we have enough of everything and that our economy is sort of going up without me babysitting it. And that, because there could very well still be issues of timing and, you know, we don't have a problem here, but we don't have any gravel yet here. Let's just store gravel there. And do you guys have construction? No. So we got all of this done. So now this, not currently operating. What? The destination is full. Okay. Well, that's... Yes, fair enough. I'm good with you being full. Good. Okay. So it's not that it's not working. Oh, power. Let's just check. Power to our oil. You know what? We got a substation right there. And yeah, this one, let's see. Can we come to here and use our... Ooh. Let's see, will that... Nah, look, that's not going to reach that one. Is this one? No. But we could... Yeah, I think we're going to need another... Well, let's see what happens. But I think this one's not going to have power. Which I'm kind of okay with. Let's see if we even need this one. But there's also no reason not to build another power thing there. But we'll see. Let's just let it get built, and then we'll worry about if we even need it. If we're backed up on oil, it might be better that that one doesn't have power to it anyway. Yep, so how fast are we filling up this train? We're filling it. We could do better. Okay, well, let's see. All right, well, let me pause it when I get some more things to fix and correct that are slightly more than, you know, just reshuttling. Oh, here's something we could do. But you get the idea. When we get some exciting things, I think we can get rid of this. I emptied all this stuff out over into here. That was a while ago. I didn't delete it because I wanted to show you guys the deletion of it. So let's come here and just delete this. Yep. Get it out of our way. And then I think I'm going to try to well, let's do the deletion tool. All right. So we'll get rid of all that. Still have to be careful. Here we go. So we can use this deletion tool carefully. There we go. There. So that's freed up a little bit as far as if we want to put some more trains or do anything in there. We don't need that. Probably leave this road here in case we want to build. Now we could also get some more houses in here if we ever felt the need. How is our school doing? Oh, we do need to keep an eye on our managed schools. So here, yeah, we're getting down to 34, which is, it's going to be borderline enough. I mean, you're not going to get full teachers. We don't necessarily need them in these smaller towns. And then at some point, I really need to decide what's going to happen. I mean, these people are just all practically unemployed, I think. Yeah, and we just really need to talk about whether or not we even just get rid of this whole town or depopulate it. I think we could probably try to... It's going to be even hard to just get all of those people out of there. Not hard, but just difficult to... Yeah, we still have 40 here. And our lumber is back to producing. And again, we don't need that much lumber. I'm not worried about exporting it. But yeah, our map's doing pretty well. I think we're not showing great signs of money, but if I can just let it ride for a half hour or whatever time it takes to get a feeling for just, are we really doing that well? Yeah, look, we're full of coal here, which means, and that coal train's going back and forth, and yep, we're full of coal here, so that coal train should wait up here if it's unload. Yeah, you know what, wait. Yeah, don't drive back and forth with 475. You can just wait in there. I don't think there's a reason he can't wait. And then what's going on here? So we got plenty of iron, but we just don't have any workers. Okay. Any particular reason or just the flow of not having enough trains? We have this guy. Yeah, I think... Yeah, where are our other trains? Where's the train? Oh, look, no. Oh, wait. Iron Ore P train platform. Oh, that's right. We don't have any trains going to that one. They all go to... Oh, we do have workers. I'm sorry. It's not... Did I click on this one? Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, we cut the workers off here. Just, there's no sense in running two of them. But now the problem is... Yeah, we need more trains. That's one of the things I'm definitely picking up on in certain areas. Like we're stagnated here because we don't have another steel train. How are we doing with this steel mill? I know I said I was going to go away, and yeah, this steel mill's in good shape because it's still filling up this, and the one train I think should be handling it, but I think I definitely want to get another steel train. Why don't we do that now? Now, can we get... Yeah, see, until I electrify this, I can't really buy... Yeah, you know, I want to electrify this first. And then from now on, any trains we buy should be all electric unless they're very specifically not for some reason. Okay, let me let some time build forward, and then we'll see how we're doing. And hopefully by then I'll be confident in our money enough that we can get this electrified, which I might do in this next break, unless I find some other interesting thing that we want to do to improve things. And I will keep floating around and just making sure things are good. All right, I will hopefully see you guys in a few minutes. Okay, in the never-ending saga that is our getting our economy back on track, we're doing pretty well. I fixed a few issues. I'll go into it in a second. One of the issues was that this was not specified to just take fuel. So we sort of backed up with bitumen. And this wasn't why we're not making money, but it does feed into the whole, or introduce the subject. So one of the things when we take these tanks, it's a couple train loads, like 4 train loads to fill this guy up. So now at least we got the fuel working over here where our pump's working and we'll have the fuel side. But one of our bigger sources of money prior to opening this up and changing things and delaying things was the export of fuel and bitumen. And now we're not doing that anymore. So even though we have 2 trains working on it, we still sort of have this issue. So what's happening is they're getting up to here. You know what, before this guy leaves, I'm going to send him back to the fuel thing for better or for worse, because there's no sense in him driving around doing nothing, right? And then same thing, let's see, this, I want to click on this storage. Yeah, see, this one's not full, so that means this guy emptied out. So let's just send him, oops, might as well send him back to wait for more bitumen, even though that's causing a problem of its own. So I'm going to delay in doing too much, but there's a couple other things I want to do. So I don't think I'm going to electrify that track in this episode. Maybe in between them, sort of depends on what we have to talk about and what we can get working on. I think we're getting to be okay with our steel, but I do want to improve our steel production. And our power production, I want to improve that a little bit as well. So just from being down here, we now have all of our oil rigs except for this one working. And you know, we're really not building up that much oil depending on the flow of people into here. So I do want to get this power thing built. And I'm just going to build another little substation, unfortunately. So let's come in here and, you know, we'll just build it wherever. I guess it'd be better to take it up this way a little bit further from the other ones, just in case there's some future. And I don't think we really... Well, how much power does this guy ever want? Doesn't really tell you. Well, that's a 76 one there. So that's a pretty good angle too sharp. Well, let's go to there for now. Yeah, we'll come over to here till angle too sharp. And then that should connect right to there. All right, so now this guy will have a couple other projects. So I think he's all done all of his. But that'll at least get this. So I think it's not going to hurt us to have that last one going, certainly since we have it built already. Source electrical components not assigned. All right, so why don't you, that's food. And we don't have too many electrical components there, do we? Is there a particular reason? Let's check that out. It's always something. Oops, not this construction site. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, go get yours there. Now, is it just because we don't have any train or anybody bringing them here? Oh, wait, we do have this. Energinisk Construction Office. What? Oil trawl. Oh, no, wait, what is Oh, okay. Never mind. That's the construction office guy. Yeah, so we need to get an electrical components truck until we get a train going. We don't really want to spend much more fuel, but I know, you know what, why don't we go buy, might as well buy it up here because it's a little bit closer to the start. And I've bought some other trucks for food to try to make sure we're getting our food distributed well. That wasn't really getting food into here so well. So what made me think of that is this covered haul. All right, so now, all right, you want to go from here to here for now. And we'll get a train going on this to there, right? Yeah. All right, and then let's just say, I don't know that I want you to wait. So that might be smart. Yeah, you know what, let's tell them to wait. But we don't want you to wait here. And just, I think there's just a lot of growing pains is how I would have to describe this. So it might be a little while, but at least we'll get some electrical components. And just probably the other biggest problem that we have, because we didn't quite have enough, because we have more oil now, we're starting to get a little bit caught up. But for example, while I was down here waiting, this was almost completely empty. So I'm sure other gas stations were completely empty. So we not only do we have to fill up these trains in order to get things going, but we also have to fill up a lot of the gas stations. If we come here and look at the related vehicles, there's a lot of related vehicles, and I'm not sure how empty these different gas stations are, but I think there was quite a few that were coming here and only getting like a couple liters of fuel or tons, whatever it is, and then heading back out again. So it's really good that we're seeing this get more, but then the problem's going to be as soon as that train comes back in, which is right now, the problem's going to be he's going to suck up a lot of this fuel. So that's why we're building this electrical thing, right? So that we can really try to get this. And I think it's just going to take it a while to get redistributed. I don't think there's any reason to panic. Yeah, we got two. Oh, wait, this guy could be deleted, couldn't he? Yeah, I don't know why I think that was because we had something that was just like one tiny bit away. We had we were just not quite close enough to get power to here or something like that. So I had to build it like right next door. But yeah, we might as well get rid of that other one just for neatness sake. But yeah, we need to get the power here. Are we now good to go on our construction? I don't see a lot of activity. But do we have other things that we need? Yeah, we're just going to need electrical components. We got the steel over there, so we're probably just waiting for that to happen. What are you doing? This guy. I don't understand what's happening here. He doesn't seem to be loading up bricks. Oh, is he going to the right place? Let's see here. Which train station are you going to? No, you're going to the right place. I've sent him back here. I'm going to have to keep an eye on this one. But anyway, oh, look, we got 21 million. So see, things are going to start coming back around for us. I've watched the map enough, and I know there's a lot of little issues. But this guy doesn't seem to be filling up with bricks, and I don't understand why. We have the bricks here, but he doesn't seem to be. Yeah, that is the train station, so yeah, you might as well but here's the thing, this Importska, right, that's the only other train stop he has, but it's full of bricks. So I don't understand. We could probably even take this purchase off. I don't understand why he's coming here and not having bricks, but then I sent him back to here the last time and really didn't pay much more attention to him. So I'm going to send him back here again, and hopefully I'll pay attention, and if not, that's okay too. I'll eventually work out why he's not getting bricks when he comes into here. Or it's the second time I've caught him in the same place being empty. Let's put it that way. And it doesn't make any sense why he's empty. All right, right, this probably needs another signal, so those trains don't stop like that. This is where one of the things you can do to make things more efficient. Let's try right for the middle. This will be about the middle. And I might as well put one going this way as well. There. So I put the train signals in so they don't stop. And that's where you want to have pretty evenly spaced out. If not, as they go along, like this train should clear that signal before this guy comes up. Or otherwise they just sit there kind of accordioning, I call it, where they just keep running into the back of each other. And then once you get to an intersection, all bets are off, but that's okay too. Okay, so what I want to do while we have some money is I want to come in here and I want to buy another train set, our standard train set, and I want to, let's leave that open so I can, let's just find one of these. I think these guys can now get in. I figured out enough signaling. So let's take this guy, copy. Did it get it? No. Oops. There we go. Okay, so let's start this guy off. So I just want to add another train. I noticed at one point when I was looking here, the number of people got a little bit low. So now that we have the money, and these trains are awful expensive, but yeah, I just want to make sure that we have that extra train to just, because we're really relying on this power being steady. And if like you look now, there's like a gap. We might even end up with another one, but we'll see. Because it could be that we run out of workers at this point. See that? Like these guys still have 2 hours, but it's going to take a while for this next train to get there. So let's up that one more. And then the other thing I want to up one more. Let's hopefully, yep, see, we're not making any steel. So that, you know, we're just wasting people. And if we buy another one of these type trains, let's go take a look. I want to make them kind of identical. Where is he? Yeah, so he just has 4, well, 3. We really could up. Oh, good. Look, he's on his way back. Yeah, you know what? The fact that he's on his way back, so you're going to be near cars manufacturing. I'm wondering if I don't redo the way this guy is distributing. Like, do we want to send him? Yeah, you know what? Let's pick up all that steel. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and buy the train, but I also want to get them exporting somehow, even if it means redoing their thing. So, you know what? We're just going to buy a diesel locomotive. Let's get a powerful one, even though they're expensive. Get this one. I kind of like. Oh, I just bought 2 of the darn things because I didn't see this because it wasn't open. Okay, cargo wagon. So I want to get the bigger flatbeds, because why not? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this guy, I want to send him back to, no, you know what? We're not going to have enough money. Never mind. He can run with 3. But I want to take this guy and give him, well, or do we want to redo the route? I think we want to redo the route. All right, so let's just shrink this so we keep it open. Close that. This, it doesn't, well, you know what? Why don't we redo the route? What is this? Oh, that's the bricks guy I'm supposed to be keeping an eye on. All right, let's redo the route of this one. So he's loading right now. And you know what? I think I'm going to, let's get rid of this stop. I didn't really want to do that. And then after you load, come up to here and unload steel. All right, and then Let's get rid of the rest of his route. So at least we know he's going to run that. Right? I don't know. You know what? You can do Importska next. Yeah. So you're going to come from here. You're going to make your way all the way down to Importska. Then you're going to turn around and you're going to, yeah, we're on there. You're going to come over to here and you're going to top up GW distribution. And then you're going to come all the way up to Itupafalu and top up them. And I just did that wrong. Really want to make sure you move that down. I kind of wish it would let you, I don't know, default to adding them to the bottom. Yeah, and then unfortunately, this is when you're going to go, well, no, this is not unfortunate. Then you're going to come to MB and unload steel. Then you're going to come to Molna and sell off whatever extra steel that you have. Right? Anything else that you happen to have in you, you might as well export it at that point too. Right? So that way, we're kind of going, I think, a little more efficient than ending up, the way it was before is our last stop was ending up to be all the way over here. So if I had to send them, I don't know if it saved that much, but it feels better, which sometimes that counts for something. So let's set copy to that guy. Yep. Start. And are you waiting? Yes. Good. All right. So both of them are waiting. Yep. Okay. Well, now we have an extra train, so we can, which is maybe good because that will get. We didn't buy any. We didn't buy anything else. Now let's see where this guy is. Oh, good. He's coming up on it. I just want to see why he's not loading. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Wait. Well, let's just put him on wait. No, we don't want to. He shouldn't have to wait. And we'll try to mess with him when he's in here and not let him escape until we figure out what's wrong. But they are good. So we got, we're seriously working on our fuel problem. It's just going to take some time to make enough fuel. And we'll get that electrical outlet in. So we have a new train for the power plants. That's the next thing I noticed on my list here. And hopefully that'll just get them that much more consistent. We'll keep an eye out if we need a fifth one on there. In addition, I do want to put let's focus in on this guy. But while we're here, I think I'd like to find a good place for a gas station because we have a lot of trucks in and out of here, and I don't think it's increasing the efficiency if they have to go very far. All right, so what are you doing? Yeah, look at that. No. Pause. I don't want him to get past that signal. Yeah, he didn't load anything. Let's just see if we can't. This I think may be another bug. I mean, there's. Well, you know what we can do for one? Let's tell him to wait. Tell him to go back to here. We spun him around, but then I also want to. Let's come here and just destroy this. And then we're just going to pay for this to be rebuilt. Yes, so yeah, we're going to purchase it with rubles. All right. And then flip around again. And you should stop there. Let's get ready to pause it. Look at that. He's not loading up here with bricks. Is there any reason in the world that he shouldn't load up with bricks? I mean, there's no, unless does he not have the right, well, let's see, what kind of, I mean, those are flatbeds, right? Isn't that, let's go check the train depot. Do I not have the right kind of cargo wagon? And I'm not, you know what, let's do this. Let's send him back to, oh, do we have another, oh, we have an electrical. Yeah, let's send him back to here. And yeah, we could play time again. So I'm going to come into here. I just want to take a look. Cargo. We need an open car. And I think we have... No, these take bricks too. Huh. So an open car would take bricks. And this is an open wagon. And it should take bricks as well. And I think he has open wagons. I don't know. I'm not going to take up too much time. If I figure it out, I'll try to remember. But let me write it down for... Just because we're getting kind of long in the episode here. And it's a bit of a mystery to me. But I want to get him in that depot to see if... To see what happens there. So, bricks, train. Hopefully that reminds me on my little notepad here. Gas station. So let's get a gas station somewhere in here that makes sense. And then we'll have to get a cistern. Will you fit in here? No. How about over here? Oh, yes, you will. Okay. And then we still have a construction crew here. That looks pretty full of vehicles. Limited construction crew, but... All right, so we'll get him constructing that, and then once that gets built, we'd have to get that, which is not... Let's see, how are we doing here? Yeah, see, no fuel. But this guy has 224, so we get our electrical... Yes, so our electrical's here, so we should be... Well, we're pumping out as much oil at this point as we're going to get out of that field, as far as I can tell. Unless there's some limit on the pipes that I'm not aware of. But even if there was... Well, oops, wrong thing. Yeah, see, that if there was a limit on the pipes, you would expect it to be backing up like this one, say. And it's really not backing up. So it means everything is flowing through here. It just means this is just processing more than we can produce for this whole thing. But that's okay, because in theory we've just doubled the amount we're producing. So eventually I'm hoping that we catch up. And yeah, see, once... Yeah, and see, this is part of the problem. Did you just see that? This guy going back and forth with like nothing. And then it's not so bad for him because he's so close, but I think quite a few people stop at this one to get fuel. And once that, this train just sort of messing up the works. But I don't want to necessarily... Yeah, I guess I should probably just send this guy... What we should probably do is get this guy not to wait. And that way, everybody is coming to this location. Now, the real other thing we could do is, part of the problem here is that this is not part of that train loop. So it's the train steals from it, where if the train were to drop here, but yeah, that'll at least get this filling back up as we get... I did notice this too. We could probably almost use another bus over here. Because it gets down a little low, but then the point, what's the point? Because we catch up when we get more people here. So it's not like we're backed up with oil where we need more workers. We just end up with a lighter shift once in a while. See, like once we get up to here, it just sucks all the oil back up. So I don't see a big benefit there. So, but yeah, the bottom line is we just have to get more. We just have to get more oil going. But eventually, things will get filled up, and then we'll start our exports again. But we got a few more trains. How's our steel doing? And then we'll call it quits for the episode. Yeah, see, that's good. Now we have a train sitting there waiting. And we've got coal. We've got iron. We just don't have people, which is okay because we can get another train or two to balance that out. But I'm glad we've worked out some of the issues we did over here. We just had a train drop off. I don't know if we lost power for a while, but each time I come here, it seems like we're doing better. And this train's sitting there waiting on coal. Nah, so he's going back and forth. Yep, there he goes. Yeah, so we're making enough coal for the limited amount we have going on with steel production, and we should have a steel train running around the map, and then these guys should export. If they get, once they get filled up, they will export, because I think at this moment at least we have enough, we have enough steel around the map until we ramp up construction again. But I'd like to not ramp it up too much until our money's good. So I'm sorry for what amounts to probably like 3 or 4 episodes in a row, which seemingly no progress, but at the same time we are making progress, right? We need to get these things fixed. We need to get things flowing. I know while this is probably not the most exciting for some people, it is a learning experience for me and an experience hopefully for you guys, that you can see the issues and problems I'm going through and maybe look out for them a little bit more. But so my confidence and my surprise that I expressed 2 episodes ago when we were building this rail, like, boy, the money doesn't seem to be going down. I think it was just timing. That was, I think my backups and all worked well, but I was draining down those backups. This is why this sheet here is so important. You definitely want to be in a net positive. See how we down to 2,000 construction? Now let's do last month where the numbers aren't changing. So we made 30 million, but with only 650. See, now we got a net positive, and I bet you if we were to go back and look over, see, like right there, that negative is going up for the industry, but that also means our industry is probably running more, right? It's using more stuff. But look at that. Look how our money went up that much more. So if you can imagine, you really need to keep this in a positive. And if you have a lot of supplies, like looking at this, then you're probably in pretty good shape. So I think we're doing okay. I mean, it might not seem that way, but if you look at we're right at the break even on this one for the month. What did we do last month? Or -8 vehicles imported, though. Okay, so look, if you take away that 16 million for vehicles imported, it means we made 8 million last month. So right here, you can see we only imported 2 million, but we exported some mechanical components, not much, but really chemicals. So we had another chemical train come by. So see, we don't need that much, right? We just need to get some things exporting, and I think we were just, well, you get the idea. I think I've said enough about it. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. One of these days, we'll get back over and start constructing here, and I think that's sooner than later. So again, I will talk to you in the next episode. Have a good day. Bye-bye.